Hi guys, welcome back. This is for Aquarius. This is going to be the weekly energy. So from now till a week. So whenever you see it, a week out. Alright, Aquarius, let's see what's going on. Alright. Feels like a good week, honestly. It feels like you guys are energized. You guys are motivated. You guys are... yeah, feels like a great fucking week, right? Alright, let's see Aquarius. Aquarius. Alright, let's see. You got, who in the world are you? And changed in the night. You have changed quickly. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you guys might have gone through a dark night of the soul. You guys have gone through a transformation that normally at another time would have been a lot slower. But we're at a time and at a place and energetically where things are moving way quicker, right? Excuse me. In the past, when people would have awakenings, it was a lot calmer. It was a lot smoother. Now people are having rude awakenings, and it's waves after waves after waves, right? With everything that's going on, people that are meant to wake up, and even people that are not meant to wake up, because there are people that are not meant to wake up. People are meant to just live a 3D life and just kind of, that's my belief, right? And our beliefs can change from any moment to the next. Tomorrow I could have a completely different opinion about something, and it's because we have critical thinking and we can take things and chew them over and chew them over, and we live and we learn and we continue to expand. You never stop growing, right? Once you stop growing, you start dying. And so my opinion right now is there are certain people that are not meant to wake up, right? And there are people that are being woken up harshly, and the speed of awakening right now for people is a lot faster, and so are the growing pains, and so are all those things. And so I feel like there's been a lot of growth, a lot of change quickly, and you kind of don't realize who the heck you are anymore. You seem to be different. It's giving that movie Runaway Bride, you know, when she she dates all these people, and every time she dates them, she has their hobby. She does exactly what they like. She becomes them. Oh, it's giving Brad Pitt. You know how Brad Pitt gets the whoever he's dating the same hairdo? It's giving that. Like, you don't even know who you are. You don't know who you are. And so now you're like, you know, and there was that question where they asked Julia Roberts in the movie, like, what's your favorite egg? And they're like, her favorite egg was whatever the other person's favorite egg was, right? And then after she leaves, you know, that person at the altar, she goes and she tries every different kind of egg because she wants to know what kind of egg she actually likes, you know, without having that attachment, without blending into becoming another person, because you don't know who you are. And so right now I feel like you guys are doing that. You guys are taking the time and you guys are trying new things that you didn't try before. I'm even hearing like people that work all the time, like going out to have lunch during the day and deciding to, you know, lay down and binge watch TV, or vice versa. Somebody that would do that a lot is now kind of like doing the opposite, right? I'm getting opposite day, but it's not opposite day. It's like opposite in life now. You guys are kind of starting to realize who you are without that log in your eye, without that false programming, without those false ideas of what life should be. Okay, we got time to act. Yeah. Time to act. Happiness. Aquarius. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm just getting somebody that I don't know what movie this is or where I saw this. It's just somebody that's literally like was a workaholic and is literally doesn't go to work for a week and is smelling the roses and is taking a leisurely walk in the park and is petting dogs and you know, like seeing life for the first time instead of actually like going and just working constantly. That was what life was. And I'm also seeing it vice versa. Somebody who, you know, had a hard time getting motivated. Somebody, it's almost giving like, you know, opposite day for whatever it was that you were in, right? But there's time to act. Happiness, smelling the roses, you know, seeing things from different perspective, from whichever end you're coming from. And that's beautiful. Yeah, going out in the rain and just laying there and allowing it. News is on the way. Allowing yourself and your soul to be cleansed by the rain. Victory in some endeavor. The success. Oh my God. Aquarius. Honor and respect will come to you. Aquarius. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Yes. Yes. And it's because you've removed, you've changed, you've grown. You understand that, you know, whatever spectrum you are, you understand that whether it was you were always laying, you know, you were always just at home, you were always just, you weren't motivated, you weren't doing it, you knew that. Maybe you learned that doing those things was for you, not for anybody else. It was literally for you to grow, for you to be better, for you to feel good about yourself. Who gives a fuck what anybody else thinks, right? And vice versa. Working all the time, like, money is great, absolutely, but if you're sick and you can't work, what's gonna happen there? And what are you gonna do with all that money when you pass away? Give it to your kids? You didn't live. You didn't live. You didn't do anything. Maybe even didn't find the love of your life, because you wouldn't just allow room and space for them to be in your life, right? This is beautiful though. Success, victory. What is this? I want to be an Aquarius. I have an Aquarius midhaven, which is why I am doing this. This is my path. But yeah, I have a 9th and 10th house Aquarius. All right, let's start clarifying. Yeah, the 10 of Cups in reverse and Temperance. I feel like you waited and you waited. You were always saying it's going to be the perfect time. It's going to be the right time. It's going to be the right time. The right time is when we say it's the right time, right? You can be like, oh, okay, I met this goal, but if we do one more, we can always add more goals. We can add more. I'll do it tomorrow. We can always say, oh, it's not the right time. It's the right time when you say it's the right time. It's the right time when you say it's the right time. When you say, I'm going to put effort into this because this is what I want, that's when it's the right time, right? Not, oh, next week is the right time. I'll start my diet and after this day because it's the right time and the holidays are coming or whatever. No. All right. Time to act. Let's clarify. Justice in reverse. Where you felt like you weren't getting justice, where it felt like that's exactly what I'm saying. You're making your own justice. You're making your own life. You're making your own way. And you're starting to fall in love with the new life that you're creating. You're starting to understand and see things from a perspective that you've never had. With justice, if I get justice upright, I'm getting somebody that's very like, if you think about justice, you know, it's the legal system. It could be, you know, police, military, army. It's somebody that has been so constricted, so confined, so just, it has to be this way, and it's time to let your hair down. It really what it is. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands and the 5 of Cups bringing you happiness, clarifying happiness. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands and the 5 of Cups, it was all really things that were little things. It wasn't even enough. It wasn't even enough. It never brought you enough They were all small little wins. It wasn't, you didn't allow for big changes. I'm getting somebody that has a lot of control issues, right? With the Eight of Swords in reverse, yeah, getting great, exciting news. Oh my gosh, I can't get it. There we go. I feel like you guys are going to receive really good news, and it's going to get you out of your head, which is going to get you into your life. I feel like you just kept getting little things here and there, not allowing yourself to open up enough, not allowing to release control enough so that you could get out of this Five of Cups energy, feeling like it'd be just enough, and then it wouldn't bloom, right? But there was something in there that was constricting you as well. I am getting somebody that does have control issues, right? Somebody that was wanting control. Look, you have the Six of Wands, victory in some endeavor, victory over victory, victory over victory. With who? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe it was a false start. Maybe it was a missed opportunity with somebody who you see that can actually, you can build a life with. Somebody that actually will add to your life instead of taking away. Somebody that I feel like you were scared for some reason. You weren't seeing clarity. You weren't seeing the truth about this person. And I feel like you had a missed opportunity with this person. You were feeling greedy with your time and attention. You wouldn't give enough, and you missed an opportunity. And if this isn't you, Aquarius, this is somebody that you dealt with, right? With the Five of Swords, honor and respect will come to you. I feel like somebody is finally going to come in to fight for you. Or you're finally going to go in and fight for someone. Somebody that you left out in the cold that had to heal over you. Had to heal and had to, look, yeah, the Three of Swords, yeah. And this was an opportunity that was given to you from divine. With the Two of Cups and the Hierophant. Yeah. This was a huge opportunity that was offered to you in the past, and I feel like it's being reopened at this time. I feel like the energy and the time has been open for a while, and you are now starting to see the truth about a situation for what it clearly is. This was a missed opportunity, but there is almost like justice in reverse. It's almost like this time is coming around because there wasn't justice in the past. You're giving yourself your own justice. You're getting yourself your own justice, and you're allowing yourself to actually be happy and allowing yourself to give more of yourself, especially with the Pentacles in reverse. That could be somebody that doesn't share their time, emotion. That could be somebody that's stingy, but it doesn't necessarily have to be money. It could be in other things, right? They're stingy with their person. They're stingy with their love. They're stingy with their energy, their attention, that kind of thing. But I feel like this person, the Queen of Pentacles, is, you know, if we had the King of Pentacles here, you guys would be a power couple. This is somebody that's going to give to you, and this is somebody that will work hard in your relationship, and again, if this is a job, just take everything I'm saying as a job, right? It's going to give back to you. It's going to work just as hard, differently, but just as hard as you do. They will make a home, they will make a career, they will make a business. This is somebody that you don't have to worry about your back because they have your back, and you don't have to worry about them talking, you know, your back with them, right? Not only do they have your back, but nobody else is, you don't have to worry about your back with anybody else with them, is what I'm trying to say, if I could speak English. Yeah, and this person is going to honor you and love you and respect you, and they're going to show you, reciprocate the kind of love that you've always wanted, that you've always dreamed of. But I feel like you allowed in the past some kind of fear to come in here, and honestly I feel like you might have broken this person's heart, and you had a missed opportunity here, right? What will happen? What could possibly be the outcome? Look at the bottom of the deck. Believe. Strange encounters. Somebody's new is coming into your life. Somebody new is coming into your life. And it doesn't have to be new, but it could be a new cycle, right? But again, I'm not talking about somebody who's toxic. I'm not talking about anybody where you had a toxic go around. I'm talking about like a new start with a friend, or a new start with somebody that you've known for a long time, or maybe, you know, you guys tried, or you know, something like that. Possible outcome: strength and the King of Wands with the Ace of Wands. I don't know why my deck is sticking, which is weird. Oh my gosh. See, I flipped it over with the King of Wands. With the King of Wands. So I feel like this isn't going to come in so emotional. It is going to be more passionate. It's also going to start off maybe like friendship passionate, and then little by little this will grow into possibly even something else, right? I do feel like you are starting off not so open, but look, here's the Queen of Wands in upright, your counterpart, Aquarius, which is weird because you're Aquarius. It doesn't matter. We're all meant to have all four, be able to use all four signs, our four elements at all times. That is the goal. You're meant to be able to do all of that. I have all fire, air, and water, and yet I come out as a earth sign in readings. So yeah, just right now, because that's the element that I'm using, right? And so I feel like this is something that's going to be amazing. And I feel like, so the Strength card did come out in reverse and then it fell over. I feel like you're seeing the truth, and because you're seeing the truth, you can't even hold back anymore. You're like starting to lose the strength, and you're wanting to come in passionately with this Ace of Wands. Oh, so passionately. I'm telling you, this might start off a little bit more physical, and even physical in, like, let's say it's you know, a situation where, let me see, well, because you're dealing with, you know, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, but I'm not seeing a lot of other pentacles here except for the Five of Pentacles. No, so this is going to be a very passionate start. Very, 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 Queen of Wands again. Very passionate start, Aquarius. Okay? I feel like this is actually so amazing. It's going to bring you happiness. This is going to be successful. You're going to have victory. This is going to be amazing. Like, this is like an amazing read, and I want to be an Aquarius right now. All right, Aquarius, let's get you some guidance cards, some oracle cards. Let's see, Aquarius. Today, sometime today would be fantastic. I'm gonna take these two. Happy ending, end of a chapter, but it's a happy ending. I feel like it's going to be the end of an old chapter, the starting of a new chapter, and the end. It's like at the end when the guy gets the girl. Yes, it's the end of the movie, but it's the beginning of a new chapter, right? It's the beginning of a new chapter with the happily ever after. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, create space within. What did I say at the beginning? You didn't create the space. You weren't allowing the space to get what you needed, what you were trying to call in. You weren't allowing space in your soul, in your home, in anything. You weren't allowing any kind of space, even in your heart, because there was fear there, which is understandable. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.